The Z Fold 7. I've been using it for a month now, and it's really hard to believe. Time has gone by so fast. Summer is winding to an end. My kids start school next week, and yeah, I've been using this phone for a month. I mean, technically tomorrow, I guess, if you want to be official, is the announcement date, the 9th of July, and it's still fantastic. I switched over to this from the S25 Edge, which those of you who follow my channel know that I love the S25 Edge, and I feel like this is the Edge 2.0 because I still get a full-size phone screen experience on the front, which I got to say has been really, really nice. Because before with the Z Fold 6, I did actually like the smaller screen because it was so easy to maneuver and do stuff, but it's still so easy to maneuver and do stuff with this one. So I actually really like the increased real estate. So that's nice. And then the Edge 2.0 right here is where you get the big interior screen, the big 8-inch screen. And it's really, really nice too because it's still very easy to hold one-handed. I know I've talked about this a lot. I don't have the biggest hands in the world. I can't palm a basketball. So this right here is nice. I can hold on to it very easily. And I will say this, I basically don't use any sort of stylus instrument anymore. And honestly, it doesn't bother me that much. I don't really think about it. It's kind of an afterthought consideration at this point. I thought it was going to be a big pain point switching over because I use it so much with the other foldable phone, like the Z Fold 6, the Z Fold 5, Z Fold 4. I've been using it a lot, but I really primarily used it for navigation. It's something where I would just hold the phone and I would just use the stylus in my right hand. Now I just use my finger. So I mean, it's really not that big of a deal. It's something that I was really pissed off about when I first found out about it. It's something that kind of irked me when I first started using it, but as I've been using it for a month, I hadn't even thought about the stylus or the S Pen until I started making this video today. So the phone itself, a lot of things people are concerned about really is the battery life. How is it holding up? I'm still getting all-day battery. And I did a very extensive test with the combination of interior screen, the big foldable screen, the front screen, things like that. A couple of weeks ago when I did my full review, and I mean, I got 6.5 hours screen on time, still had 20% battery left. That wasn't in light mode or anything. I have since switched it over to light mode because it only drops it by like 15% power. And 15% power reduction on the Snapdragon 8 Elite processor is still a huge upgrade in power over the Snapdragon 8 Generation 3. And here's the other nice thing that people may or may not realize about the light performance mode. If you use that, whenever you kick in like games and things like that, they still run at 100% anyway. It's just kind of like for day-to-day stuff. But here's the thing. At the end of the day, stuff you do on your phone on a daily basis can still be run very smoothly on like 1 gigahertz of power. So having still like 4 gigahertz, I think you'll be okay. But that's just like a little gee-whiz thing. I made a video, I think last week, on some battery tips and tricks and things that you can do if you're concerned about the battery life. Again, I don't do anything. I have always on display turned off. I have auto brightness turned off. I adjust it on my own. I use dark mode, and that's it. That's basically all I do with mine. And it lasts me all day. I don't have any problems with it. So, can you kill it in a day? Of course you can. If you want to sit here and you want to play Warzone, you want to play Genshin Impact for like 5 hours straight, yeah, you're going to kill the battery a lot faster. But I'm talking about like daily mixed usage kind of thing, multitasking, some media consumption, communication, work, emails, a little bit of YouTube, all that kind of stuff. I feel like it's an all-day phone, and they've done a great job with the battery density in here and the optimization, just like with the Edge. It's something that really surprised me. The Edge, 3900 milliamp battery, it lasts me all day. 4400 milliamp battery in here, it lasts me all day. Again, it's going to be subject to your usage. If you use the inside screen more, if you're watching a lot of videos, if you have the brightness turned all the way up, if you're playing a lot of heavy intensive games, yes, it will die faster, but for normal usage, you should be able to get all-day battery, no problem. Cameras, I'm very happy with them. I really wish for all of the Samsung phones that they would give us a new selfie camera. Yes, we griped enough about it, and we got the 200 megapixel camera on here now, which I think takes good photos. Plus, you've got the telephoto too, and the ultra wide. It's not like the Edge where you just get 2 cameras. We've got all 3 here. They're very capable. I do like the upgraded 200 megapixel camera that we got. However, I mean, and the selfie camera is fine. This isn't something where it's like, oh, the selfie camera sucks. This is just like a Adam J. Matlock gee whiz. I would like to see this, right? Because no phone is perfect. I would like to see them bump it up to a 5,000 milliamp battery. I think that would be good. I think that would make more people happy and give more people good feels about the phone, even though it gets me all day battery. I think it's important, especially the next phone. And I would like to see them give us a new selfie camera. We've been rocking the same selfie camera for a while now. Yes, it takes good photos, but I want to see a new one, right? Because like the Pixel, the 42 megapixel selfie camera, it's the best you can get right now, and it takes some sharp looking selfies. And I would like to have something like that over here. One thing that does annoy me is when I have it open like when it's closed and I have it down on the flat surface. Like here, I was eating some Tex-Mex before I came over here, as I'm apt to do. You know, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. When in Texas, eat Tex-Mex. So I ate some Tex-Mex after my eye appointment, and I had well, I mean, I don't want to say clean bill of health because it's not really health, but it is eye health. Anyway, I've got a horrible astigmatism on my right eye, and it's causing me problems. But anyway, I could see the enchiladas just fine to eat those. But I'm sitting there, and I'm trying to do stuff on my phone, and I've got it set down on the flat surface, and it's just like wobble back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Like, it's the worst phone I've ever used for phone wobble. So yeah, I mean, I've got this thin case on here. There are some cases you can get that kind of make that a little bit better. And then if you open it up like this all the way, it doesn't wobble as much, but it's still a weebly wobbly phone. And I use mine a lot when I have it just set down on the table or the desk like that. It's something I've always done. So that does irk me a little bit. The other thing, I highly recommend a case. And not because I'm like, oh, you need to protect your phone, which you should protect your phone. I highly recommend the insurance. Make sure you get a good case. For everybody who wants to know, because I'm going to have comments in the comment section. This is the Thinborn case, Thinborne. Google it. You can get it on Amazon. I love this case. It's this aramid carbon fiber. It adds plenty of protection for me, but it's still very, very thin, very light. Doesn't really add any weight. Doesn't make the phone more hefty, but it gives you some grip. If you don't have a case on here, this phone is annoying to try and open because the partitions are so thin now. Like both sides are so thin, your fingers kind of overlap, and it makes it difficult to get some grip on there, especially with it being so smooth to try and open it. I talked about this in the very beginning, and then as more people have bought them and have responded and put feedback in my videos, they're like, this thing's hard to open. I'm like, yeah, it is a little bit. I talked about this before, but I don't talk about it in every video because I don't want to sound like a broken record. Battery life's fine. Performance, stellar. I love the screens. I love the brightness. This case on here, it makes it like a real treat to hold on to it. The fingerprint scanner's solid. Got facial recognition. The speakers are fine. A lot of people are worried about the speakers, or some people say it's not as good as the S25 Ultra. It doesn't have as much depth, but the volume and the clarity, I think, is still fine. I'm not a big speaker snob. They sound fine to me. If you don't like them, then, I mean, that's fine. It's your money, your choice. But I think that they sound good. I don't really have any concerns. But here's why they may not sound as good. The phones use the inside of the phone to reverberate the sound and give it that fullness. So when there's less area inside of there for that sound to generate and resonate and do things like that, there's less area. It just really doesn't come out the same. Like it just doesn't have as much fullness to it. So that's why with some of these really thin phones, maybe the speakers, the volume might still be there, but maybe not that fullness that you've expected with other phones. But I think speakers are fine. Battery life's fine. Charging speed is fine. I mean, yeah, it's 25 watts, but you still get 50%, just over 50% in 30 minutes. It lasts me all day. If I need to top it off, it really is perfectly fine. Yeah, in a $2,000 phone, would it be ideal to have 45 watt charging? Yes. Would it be ideal to have a 5,000 milliamp battery? Yes. Would it be ideal to have? There were other things that might be ideal to have, but I get that Samsung did make a lot of changes to this. They really changed up the form factor. It's beautiful. It's so fun to use. And it's one of those things where I don't even open it up a lot during the day. And then it just occurs to me like, oh, let me open this up and play some Boom Beach, or open it up and watch a video or show my wife. And it's like every time I open this phone up, it's a treat. It wasn't always that way with the other phones. Like it was sometimes. But one thing I've really realized about the Z Fold 6 and the Z Fold 5, as I used this one, I really liked those. Like I was happy with the Z Fold 6. Go to the Z Fold 7. And then I made a video, like, I can't go back. It's such a dense, heavy brick. It feels like that phone is 5 years old, that design. And I said we should have had this design last year. If we had this design last year, I think there would have been a little bit different story, especially since the special edition came out towards the end of last year. And it's something that people got to look at over in China and Korea, what Samsung was capable of. This is basically that same phone. And I called it last year. I said, this is going to be what the 7 looks like. And I mean, as far as I'm concerned with the design, Samsung is firing on all cylinders. I love the design. I love how light it is. I love how it's got a bigger screen on the inside, especially on the outside. It's like carrying a regular phone. Like, I can't go back to that other style. And thankfully, technology is moving forward. But yeah, a month later, I still love this thing. Still got my SIM card in it. Still using it every day, and that says a lot for me, right? I haven't regressed and gone back to the edge. I've just been enjoying using this one too much. I like the versatility. I like the extra camera. I like the screen real estate, and I like how thin this thing is, how lightweight it is, how easy to hold it is. And it's been a real treat. Like, I really like it, and I've been really happy with it. So that's all I got in this video. If any questions, comments, gripes, concerns, complaints, all those things, please, of course, go to the comment section. I'll do my best to get back with you. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.